Here's what's happening now. Just enough snow to make a mess. We've got snow showers across the area, and it's going to be a headache during the commute. We'll look when it will finally let up. Kim?
Up first, though, the deadly pileup on I-96. 40 cars run into each other. The interstate has been closed for hours. We're live on this breaking news story, first at 4. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Kimberly Gill in today for Karen Drew, and you can see the crunched cars on I-96. This is near Fowlerville. Dozens of drivers smashing into each other. This pileup has left 3 people dead so far. Investigators just held a news conference within the past hour. Jason Colthorpe was there for it. And Jason, what'd they say? What's the latest here?
Hey, good afternoon, Kim. The latest is eastbound I-96 is back open again. Westbound is a completely different story. It's still closed from M59 to M52. And when you get a look at those aerial photos and the up close shots, you know it's a heavy metal mess. It's going to take a while. However, as we just got an update here at the Livingston County EMS, optimistically, they think maybe it could be cleared in the next 2 hours. The crash investigation is just about clear, so they think maybe they can get that cleaned up, possibly even for rush hour, which would be a miracle if you've seen it. And earlier, this is the up-close video we had of this. Westbound lanes, a few accidents spread out, but in all, about 8 semis and 32 passenger vehicles. In one spot, 2 vehicles crushed down to less than the size of one in between 3 semis, and it is in that spot where those 3 people were killed, pronounced dead at the scene. 3 people in 2 separate vehicles. 11 people were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Coming up at 5, we'll hear from a driver who drove through that, and what we're being told is basically, we all saw what the weather was like this morning. It started to snow a little bit in that area. It just kind of hit a bit of a whiteout condition snow squall, for lack of a better phrase, and all of a sudden people couldn't see, and then there was a little bit of ice on the road, and that's what authorities at this point feel caused the whole pileup. We're going to get into this more at 5 o'clock and at 6. Kim?
Okay, we'll talk to you then, Jason. Thanks. And we've been bringing you updates on the story since after 10 a.m. here on Local 4 and clickondetroit.com. Remember, you can get push alerts on traffic 24 hours a day on the Click on Detroit app anytime. Well, Ben Bailey is busy tracking all of that lake effect snow. He joins us with the first forecast, or first touch of winter today, Ben. And we didn't like the effect of it out there on the interstate.
I'm telling you, it takes a whole season off, and all of a sudden around here, just everybody seems to forget how to drive in this stuff. But we have got untreated roads being the biggest problem out there. The amount of snow is not the issue, as this stuff is fairly light, although in a couple locations, especially coming out of Canton, you can see it's sinking out south of Ford Road right now on the east side of 275, where those dark shades are showing up as dark blue there. That's where the visibility is going to be reduced. It's a very small area right now as it makes its way down to the southeast, but we will be seeing more of these snow showers tonight as a trough of low pressure moves through. I think probably closer to about 8, 9 o'clock we'll see a renewed push of those, and then we'll dry out pretty quickly after that going into the overnight hours. Temperatures not getting above freezing, wind chills in the teens, so things aren't going to get better if those roads haven't been treated. Take it easy for the commute, and we'll have more on the snow what we will be shoveling on Sunday coming up. Kim?
Okay, Ben, thank you. And we also have some breaking news on the death of astronaut and U.S. Senator John Glenn. Glenn became a national hero in 1962 when he was the first American to orbit the Earth. Later, he spent 24 years in the U.S. Senate as a Democrat from Ohio. There will be a public memorial in a few days, and he will be buried at Arlington National Cemetery. John Glenn was 95 years old. Detroit police want your help in finding the killer of Wayne State Police Sergeant Colin Rose. This is video just released by police of a suspect wanted in connection with the shooting of Sergeant Rose. Rose was killed back on November 22nd while investigating off campus. Investigators believe the suspect was riding a bicycle at the time of the shooting. Charges were dropped yesterday against the only suspect in the case. If you can help, give police a call. A 22-year-old woman from Chesterfield Township could spend the next 15 years of her life in prison after driving drunk and killing her best friend. Sierra Abbott was driving on I-94 back in March when her 2 friends in the car started fighting, Abbott lost control while driving, crashed, and sent 21-year-old Samantha Mullins through the windshield. Mullins died in that accident. Today, her mother spoke in court and nearly broke down as she spoke about her daughter.
Samantha's not going to show up on the doorstep. She is not coming home. Her beautiful smile, funny personality, and awesomeness haunt me every day. I close my eyes and I see Samantha. I hear her voice. I look for her in crowds. I open her bedroom door only to see that her bed is still made.
Well, Mullins leaves behind a 2-year-old daughter who will now be raised by her grandmother. Abbott will have a chance at parole after 3 years of her sentence. The presidential recount in Michigan is over. The Green Party's Jill Stein will not appeal the ruling, which ended the recount last night. Stein's supporters held a protest outside the state Supreme Court this afternoon, but a spokesperson says any appeal would probably fail due to the makeup of the court. The recount lasted for 3 days, with 20 of the state's 83 counties starting that process. The Secretary of State's office says tabulating the final cost could take weeks. The search for a cop killer in Georgia is over today after police say the suspect in the fatal shooting of a police officer was found dead inside of a home. Devin Skillian is live in the newsroom. And Devin, how'd they find this guy?
Well, Kim, police had been searching for Minkel Limbrick for nearly 30 hours when they received what they said was an anonymous tip. It came in this morning, and that tip described where the alleged killer was hiding. Georgia police received a call about 10 a.m. that somebody had seen Limbrick inside a house, and within minutes, police arrived on the scene. They surrounded the building, and after nearly an hour of negotiations, police heard a gunshot. They entered the home, and inside they found Limbrick dead, apparently of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
When the SWAT team made entry, they found one suspect inside who was deceased from what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The suspect has been positively identified as Mr. Limbrick.
And Limbrick allegedly shot 2 officers yesterday afternoon as police were responding to a domestic dispute. 25-year-old officer Ryan Smar was killed. The other officer, 26-year-old Jody Smith, is still in critical condition at this hour. Right now, police in Georgia are investigating for a possible motive as the town of Americus attempts to recover from a very tragic situation. Kim, back to you.
Okay, Devin, thanks. And more news first at 4. We're also tracking other stories making news across America. In South Carolina, police have arrested this escaped inmate. They believe stabbed a police officer in Columbia. His name is Michael Allen Williamson. Investigators say a female officer was responding to a report of a suspicious person at a Walmart last night when she was stabbed multiple times. In spite of her injuries, she chased the suspect until backup got there. He got away but was caught this morning. The officer is at home now recovering. And Michigan isn't the only state dealing with lake effect snow. Take a look at this video from western New York where big snowflakes blanketed the area. The area is bracing for another 3 to 5 inches to fall today. Forecasters say residents might also hear some thunder. There's a lake effect snow warning in effect for the area through Saturday morning. Well, a lot of people think e-cigarettes are safer than regular tobacco, but the Surgeon General is raising big concerns, especially for teenagers. We'll have that story coming up ahead first at 4. And for actress Sofia Vergara, it's the frozen embryo battle that just won't end. She's being sued now by her own unborn children. We'll explain that when we come back. Hi, Jamie.
Hi there, Kimberly. I'm at Somerset Collection for Mitch Albom's Say Detroit Radiothon. He's been here all morning, all day, helping Detroit's neediest. Coming up, a wonderful surprise for a local family.
Coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
Cases of the flu are climbing. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. I'll show you where it's hitting and the other contagious illness that's making lots of people miserable this week. See what's going around tonight at 5.
Okay, Ben is back right now. Our first kind of taste of weather and the first winter, I should say. And this weather we haven't seen from, let's see, what, maybe March, April?
It's not fun, is it?
It is not fun. My goodness. So you got to teach everybody how to drive again. It's
a lot. Yeah, a lot of white knuckles going home tonight. And even though the snow is starting to let up a bit, because of where we are temperature-wise, everything that's been out there all day is not going away on these untreated roads. So likely the afternoon commute's not going to be a whole lot better. So if you need the extra time, take it right now. And you see there on You see on 4 Live radar that we have the snow showers. 27 is what we're at right now at Metro Airport, 28 in Mount Clemens. These are current air temperatures. The wind chills are in the teens out there right now. 14 in Howell, 14 in Ann Arbor, and 10 for that wind chill in Adrian right now. So as we go into tonight, there's a little trough of low pressure. We don't have it marked here on the map. As it sinks further to the south, it's going to kind of break up, but we'll likely see an increase in snow showers probably a little bit closer to about 8 o'clock tonight. As that moves south, we'll dry out. Tomorrow, not looking a whole lot different than what we're going to see today with those snow showers around. High pressure tries to settle in there for a bit on Saturdays. We get a break from the flakes. And then Saturday night, this is our next main event. It's going to roll in here. So we will be seeing accumulating snow. Most of it's going to be on the ground before lunchtime on Sunday, and it looks like those are going to be some noticeable numbers. So get the shovels out as we look at your 4-zone forecast. Again, this is Saturday night into Sunday morning. About 3 to 4 inches expected across the metro zone for that burst. In fact, a lot of us are going to be in very similar areas, maybe slightly lower totals down here towards the state line. Just above 2 inches there in Lambertville, Blissfield, Morenci, and then those numbers get just a little bit higher up towards Michigan Avenue. West zone snow totals, probably some of our highest numbers, 4, possibly close to 5 inches here in Brighton, Milford, Clarkston about 4.3, and then in our north zone, we're looking at numbers that are about 3 to 4 inches generally across the area. We're going to refine these obviously as that system takes shape and gets closer to us, but for right now, it does look like we'll be shoveling by Monday morning. 24 tonight, snow showers diminishing, and then we'll get a little bit of a break before seeing those regenerate again tomorrow, especially in the afternoon and evening. High temperatures not getting past 30 degrees, and we will keep those wind chills in the teens throughout the day tomorrow. 28 on Saturday, 30 on Sunday, and then as we get into early parts of next week, high temperatures hitting 35. On Monday, with those snow showers coming back, we'll see a second area of snow here to start the work week. And then on Tuesday, breezy conditions. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, notice how cold those temperatures get. Highs are going to be in the 20s. Morning lows, 15 degrees on Wednesday. Single-digit air temperatures by the time we get into Thursday. So kind of an Arctic blast as we head into the middle of next week. Kim?
Okay, Ben, thank you. It's that time of year when Mitch Albom's charity, Say Detroit, is making dreams come true, but he can't do it without your help. He's holding his annual Radiothon right now and putting some lucky people in new homes. So let's get to Jamie Edmonds. She's at Somerset Collection in Detroit for this hour's big surprise. Jamie?
That's right, Kimberly. We've been here all day for Mitch Albom's Say Detroit Radiothon. The last total was $600,000. Now, this money stays right here in Detroit. It goes to Detroit's neediest. If you want to help, the number's 855-955-GIVE. Now, right now is a special giveaway, including Mitch Albom here. Mitch?
Yeah.
You've been here since 6 a.m. How are you holding up?
I'm holding up just fine. It's easy to do when you're doing this kind of work, and you have a lot of coffee.
Right, and it's $600,000 so far. This is a big surprise. We can't wait for you to give it away.
Well, these are the kind of moments that we enjoy doing so much, and Working Homes, Working Families is a program that we put together because we knew there was a need for families in the community. The Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries, Chad Audi, our dear friend here, helped us out. And what we did was find houses that people were willing to give us or get cheaply, fix them up with our own labor, and then find families that were working that were in need of a home. And I think we found a pretty good qualifier for that here. Mia Branch is the mom of this family. You are the mother of 9 children.
Yes, I have 11, but it's 9 at home at the moment.
You have 11?
Yes.
Okay, we need to get you to a nunnery, but before that, you have so many of them here.
Yes.
What has been your situation? How did you find yourself without a home?
We had a fire of March of 2015, and we lost everything. When I say everything, everything. So we were really sleeping on my sister's floor for a minute, homeless, until we got the home we're in now, which I'm renting. But, you know, trying to pick up the pieces is hard.
Well, all of your kids, your 9 kids, had to sleep on the floor of somebody else's house?
Yes.
And of course, that makes it very hard to hold a family together.
Yes.
Well, we're going to try to make that a little easier for you because we can't think of a more deserving recipient because you're working, and one of our, with 9 children, one of our houses that we fixed up, and the nice people from Humble Design, Trigger Strasberg is here, Julie Nagel is here. They do a fantastic job of furnishing these houses. So if you look up on the board here, you will see that we took a home, we cleaned it up, We fixed it up. It didn't look great when we first got it. In fact, this is the before pictures that you're seeing. I promise you it doesn't look like this now. Okay? That's the deal. It doesn't look like this now. Can we get her mic up a little louder, please, so we can hear her? But we brought in our volunteers, and they did a lot of work on it. And now that it is beautifully fixed up, we are going to award you this house. I had the keys here a second ago. Oh, Kenny's got my keys. There you go. And this is what it looks like now.
Wow, awesome. Gee, thank you. I thank you. I thank Rescue Mission. I thank Susan, Sakaro, Rick Cadez at Detroit Rescue Mission. I give glory to God, and I thank you, Mitch. I thank you because this is an answer prayer. This is a miracle. Me and my babies have prayed for this. Jesus, I thank God. Oh, do y'all see that?
Kids, are you able to see this house? You guys want to move to a new house? You ready to go to a new house?
Yes.
Yes, that would be a big yes. She's like, I'm okay wherever I go. Well, we're very proud to share this with you. Thank you for the people of Humble Design. Thank you for all of you. This is where the money that we raise here goes at Say Detroit. This is what we do, and 855-955, give her the phone numbers for more moments like this. God bless you. God bless you.
Have it. A house for Mia Branch and her 9 children. That is where your dollars go to. If you want to help Say Detroit, 855-955-GIVE. This is the reason for the season. Kimberly, back to you.
That's just fantastic. Prayers answered today. Jamie, we appreciate it, and we'll check back in with Jamie coming up at about 5:15. In more news, actress Sofia Vergara has been fighting her former fiancé over frozen embryos for years, and now a third party is using one state's unusual laws to get in the middle of this emotional battle. We'll have that coming up. Up first, though, why the Surgeon General is calling teenagers and e-cigarettes a risky combination. We'll be right back. Okay, we've got a breaking traffic alert to tell you about in Detroit. Right now, all southbound lanes of I-75 at Schaefer are closed because of a disabled vehicle. As you see there, the roads are coated in snow, so the conditions are also pretty slick out there. You see how slowly that traffic is just kind of creeping along there. It's not clear when the road will be back open. All right, time now for a look at today's top trending stories. The U.S. Surgeon General is sounding the alarm on e-cigarettes, especially for teenagers. The new report says e-cigarette use among high school students increased by 900% from 2011 to 2015. It says the negative effect of nicotine use poses an even bigger risk to the developing teen brain. And there is growing concern about the risk from chemicals used with e-cigarettes. A spokesperson for the e-cigarette industry argues that the e-cigarettes are far less harmful than regular tobacco. Actress Sofia Vergara is facing an unusual new lawsuit connected to frozen embryos created with former fiancé Nick Loeb. A pro-life attorney has filed suit in Louisiana where embryos are allowed to sue a person, asking for Loeb to receive full custody of the embryos. Loeb's name, though, is not on the suit, and he's not commenting, but Vergara's attorney released a statement saying, quote, if it is really a family that Loeb wants, he should hire a surrogate and an egg donor and create one without dragging Vergara through another unnecessary legal battle. All right, and finally, holiday gifts at work can be a lot of fun, or they can be really, really awkward. CareerBuilder.com did a survey about the most unusual gifts they received from coworkers, and some of the responses are just really crazy. So, a jar of gravy, have you ever heard of that? A fake lottery ticket, a real stuffed duck, and a coconut bra. Who has given these gifts, Ben? Hopefully nobody here.
The gravy, I cannot.
I know. The coconut bra, I can kind of see that. I don't know. All right, stay with us, folks. We'll be right back with an update on I-96. Stay with us.
If you're in a
Okay, folks, we continue to follow that breaking news story that we told you about at the beginning of the newscast on I-96 in Fowlerville. Westbound lanes remain closed because of this 40-car pileup. 3 people were killed in this crash, nearly a dozen others hurt. We'll have a live update from the scene coming up on Local 4 News at 5 o'clock. And Ben is here with one more check on the weather. What can we expect for the rest of the ride home?
Yeah, still more snow in some spots, although it's less than what we were seeing earlier this afternoon. 4 Live radar is showing that burst of snow that we were tracking out of Canton. It's right now over 75. So if you're down around Goddard, Eureka, in the downriver area, you're going to be seeing that snow squall there for at least another 15, 20 minutes or so as it moves to the southeast. We will see improving conditions tonight, but we've got more snow, shovelable snow coming on Sunday. We'll look at that coming up at 5.
Okay, we'll be looking forward to it, Ben. And before we go, we want to leave you with one final look at the Say Detroit Radiothon. You can call the number that will be on your screen here in just a moment. If 855-955-4483 or 855-955-GIVE. And we'll have more coming up on Local 4 News at 5. For right now, Inside Edition is coming up next.